Welcome to the Startup Funding Espresso. I'm Hall T. Martin, where we talk about how to raise funding and invest in startups and the time it takes to drink an espresso. If you have a question about startup funding or investing, please go to the website, startupfundingespresso.com, and type in your question into the chat bot in the lower right corner to receive an answer. I hope you enjoy this episode. Hello, this is Hall T. Martin with the Startup Funding Espresso, your daily shot of startup funding and investing. In startup funding, the raise comes in rounds. The startup can raise a pre-seed round followed by a seed, then a Series A, Series B, and so forth. Many founders view this approach as one step after the other. The reality is there's a large gap between the seed and the Series A. Some call this the valley of death. This occurs because the startup often moves from family and friends and angel funding to institutional investors. The gap is wide between the two investor types. The funding reality is closer to seed, seed plus, another 250K bridge round, and then Series A. One strategy is to find bigger and more lucrative customers as you move to the series so you can generate more revenue. This reduces the amount of funding required to reach the next level. Another strategy is to factor this many rounds into your fundraising strategy from the start. Consider the valley of death and how you will cross it with your fundraising plan. Thank you for joining us for the Startup Funding Espresso, where we help startups and investors connect for funding. Let's go start us into today. Hall T. Martin is the director of Investor Connect, which is a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to the education of investors for early stage funding. All opinions expressed by Hall and podcast guests are solely their own opinions and do not reflect the opinion of Investor Connect. This podcast is for informational purposes only and should not be relied upon as a basis for investment decisions.